Welcome to Land Academy. I'm Jack Butala.
I'm Jill DeWit.
We show you how to buy real estate for half of what it's worth.
And sell it on the internet really fast.
We are Jack and Jill,
and this is the Jack and Jill Show 2.
With over 15,000 completed transactions, we're the experts at acquiring property.
Of all kinds, not just land.
For half price and flipping them for way more.
All right, let's get this show started.
Jack Butala with Jill DeWit.
Hi.
Welcome to the show. In this episode, Jill and I talk about 10,000 offers yields, 50 parcels, and 100 grand net. Is that too many numbers in the title there?
That's a lot of numbers.
If you send out 10,000 offers, you're going to buy 50 properties and probably net about 100 grand.
Yep.
Great show today. We do it all the time. Great show today, Jill. Before we get started, let's share something interesting that happened to us lately.
All right.
Or funny, I hope.
All right. This is good. Jack and I were talking this morning. Well, actually, we were talking last night, and we've got some individuals in our world that we cannot really share their names, so we gave them nicknames because of that's nothing political.
No, geez, yeah, stop with the politics.
It's like
they're celebrities.
Okay, yeah. So we were talking about, and I can't share what we're working on with them because it's all going to happen. It's all under contract. We can't talk about stuff yet. But anyway, So we came up with these nicknames, and I realized it sounds like what we're talking. We're writing a children's book because it's the rancher, the Canadian, and the Disney princess. So it's so funny because we can't. And I realize we're out in public talking about. Well, that's why we had to do this. I'm like, okay, we're in public. We got to stop this. So we had to come up with some names for these people. So then that's where it's the rancher, the Canadian, the Disney princess. Yeah. And I'm thinking people around us are like thinking that we write children's books.
Well, we do.
Do we?
I mean, this is kind of, I don't know. No, we don't.
Yeah.
It's actually a little more serious. It could be though.
So yes. I just thought that was hilarious. But what's really cool is someday, months from now, when everything comes out, someone will go, oh, that's who the rancher was, and that's the Canadian, and that's who the Disney princess is. Now I get it. So we got some good stuff that we're working on, and it's not even really in our world. It's a whole Jill offshoot thing that's coming.
It's inspiration.
It is inspiration. So I
love the stuff you're working on.
Thank you.
I'm jealous a little bit. It's really cool.
You're going to be
I'm stuck in real estate forever.
Oh gosh, you're silly. So it's good.
Hey, let's take a question posted by one of our members in successplant.com, our free online community.
Okay. Milan asked, speaking of Canadians.
Do you know every single member by first name? Do you know Milan?
I know Milan.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know every single one that closely.
Because that would be absolutely amazing.
It would be amazing. But you know what? I know a lot about most of our members, which is cool because we have a really good community, a real tight community. So yes. Okay. So Milan asked.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Hang on, sorry, 1 second. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, Milan asks, I have a serious buyer that wants to buy my 40-acre property, but he wants some guarantees.
That I'm not a crook.
That's hilarious. I told him he has to send me a cashier's check, and then I'll record the deed for him with the county. I totally understand his doubts. I could theoretically cash a check and not record the deed. How do you guys make your buyers more comfortable to buy from you? What process are you guys using?
May I?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think you're clearly new, right? Is she new or is it he?
No. I don't. He's not new, but I don't know how many transactions he's done.
Cutting to the chase, at your level, I would suggest that you close with escrow. We don't have to do that anymore because. What we say is, please look us up on the internet. We've completed almost 16,000 transactions, and we offer that escrow piece too. We ask that they pay for it, but with 40 acres, if you're selling it for 10 or 15 or 20 grand, I don't think that's unreasonable. In fact, I would actually suggest that you go through escrow. Mm-hmm. It is a little bit. People do it with us because we've closed a lot of deals with them. Jill and I have received hundreds of thousands of dollars in wire transfers, regularly actually. Exactly. And it's just because we've done so many deals and they're wholesalely priced and they've They just trust us. So once you've established trust, you can do whatever you want right out of the gate. Open escrow.
Exactly. So that's perfect. Well, and then so that solves it right now. And you're at that price point. What if it's a $400 property or a $500, or just $1,000 or something like that? Where now, say you bought it for $100. This is a lot of our members do this all the time. They're buying properties for $100 and selling them for $1,000.
Right.
And they just keep doing that, and they're very happy with that. Okay, so now, a $500 plus escrow doesn't make sense. I get it. You need to start building up your reputation. And how do you do that? By your website, by your Facebook Live, by your Facebook Live. Sorry, I got interrupted, so it's all good.
It's all good.
By your your online presence, your social media, your website.
Drop our names.
That's true. We have a for our members. They're in our community. We have a little logo. We have them put
Land
on
Academy certified thing, which seems to help.
It does.
They put it on their website.
Yeah, it's true because we
have a very good reputation, so please don't wreck it.
That's good. Yeah, that's true. You can use it. I don't know you. No, just kidding. No, but
Jill and I were talking about this weekend. Like 2 years ago, some NBA player took a big, huge poop in one of his teammates' shoes.
Oh, that's right.
And so he went and did a press conference, and he said,
funny.
I did it. I absolutely did it. But everybody only really cares about the fact that I pooped in this guy's shoe.
Yeah.
They didn't ask why. No one's asked me why.
My point is, say pooped.
We could do, we've done 16,000 deals, but all it would take is one deal to go really south, really bad, and for everybody to hear about it, and then they wouldn't even care. Then we would be starting over.
That's true. Yeah, that's good. As you build up your reputation, make sure it's a good one. Yeah. Well, and that goes back to you and I. We always say that, it's important to do the right thing, even if it costs money. You just have to do it.
I have to say poop because this is rated G.
That's true. And have we refunded properties because people it wasn't what they thought? Absolutely. It was never anything shady, but...
Yeah, they just changed their mind.
They changed their mind.
Buyer's remorse or whatever.
And you know what? And that's who
fine.
we are. We're not going to dig our heels. Oh, you bought it. It's not returnable. There's a shelving. There's a stocking fee.
9 times out of 10, we go and sell it for more just to make that point.
Yeah.
So it's really no big deal. Our shelving fee.
Could you imagine?
Oh my God, we should do that.
It should be hilarious. If you return this property, there's a 10% restocking fee.
Try to put 40 acres in your purse.
I got to go clean it up now again.
Right. Yeah, like
I have to bring the house cleaner in to clean up our vacant land.
Like you smoke some cigarettes in a hotel room and there's a cleaning fee.
Yeah.
Like that. I got to go clean it up.
Exactly. There we go. That would be really funny. All right.
If you have a question or you want to be on the show, reach out to either one of us on successplant.com. Today's topic, I can't wait to explain this. Today's topic is 10,000 offers yields 50 parcels purchased and $100,000 net. So yeah, there's a lot of numbers in this title. If you send out 10,000 offers, and I don't mean just shotgun the heck out of it, any old 10,000 people who own property. If you're smart about it and you'd send out and strategic 10,000 offers, you will buy about 50 properties and you'll net at least, this is on the low end, you're going to make $2,000 a property, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm playing a game.
I'm not playing a game. I'm getting our little thing set up here while we're talking.
So, because Jill and I struggle all the time to try to make this sound bitey, if you know what I mean. Try to make it so everybody can really understand how big this can get.
Mm-hmm.
If you mail out 10,000 offers, and the way that you do it, it's going to cost about $4,000 with us, maybe $4,500, because we negotiated an unbelievable deal with an extremely automated printer. You send them the 10,000 units that you want to mail a letter, and you send them the document that you want document that you want to send.
Right.
And they put the whole mail merge together for you, and they come back.
Right.
On average, you should get about 50 properties back. Oh my God, what do you do when you get the 50 properties back? They sign the agreement and send it back. If you don't have any money, and a lot of people don't, they send them to us. They send them to other members in our group who do have a lot of money but don't, for whatever reason, want to learn how to do this, and they partnership the thing up. There's way more money out there than sense.
Right.
There's a lot of wealthy, lazy people who just would love to buy a piece of property they know is worth half, have you do all the work, put no money in, and split the profit.
Jack, on Wednesdays, you do deal reviews for people. Mm-hmm. Can you give us some, and I know you talked about people like at this level, like you talk about how many offers they're sending out, what's coming back, what they do. Can you give us some, without saying any names or real details, can you give us some of that information?
Yeah, so on Wednesday, we have a product called Deal Review, so it's only open to our members. And they can schedule a time, automatically schedule a time to do a Skype audio review where we can screen share. And it's just that. They say, hey, I did all this stuff. You're right, it works. I'm reviewing these 10 offers or one offer or 10 or 3. What do you think? Would you do this deal? Will you bless it or not? And so about 50% of the time I say yes. But what Joe's probably referring to is we have one member in particular who is just, for whatever reason, taking this extremely seriously. He's making well over $100,000 a month doing this. He's almost at our level. Yeah. And
we have a couple. We have a couple. We
brought about 12 people.
I know. We have a couple that. That's doing a deal a day
at that level. A lot of them are just making like $10,000 a month, $15,000 a month.
Exactly. Yeah.
Which is nothing to sneeze at.
Right.
With full-time jobs.
That's true.
Was that answer your question though?
Well, I want to give you some real examples of some of the properties and some of the details, because it's one thing to say make the statement, like you just did, that what you can expect with this many mailers and da-da-da. It's nice to hear, hey, I got a guy who's zeroed in on 40-acre properties or 5-acre properties. He's buying them for this, selling them for this. This is how we get the math.
Yeah, here's, without mentioning this guy's name at all. Okay. In fact, it's not just one person. I'm going to throw in a few examples. They're purchasing 160 acres in New Mexico, southeastern part of New Mexico, that's adjacent to a working ranch. It's got all 4 sides have county maintained roads. He bought that property for $10,000, 160 acres, and then he did all the marketing on it. Actually hired some drone people to go out there and do a whole drone thing on it. It came out really cool. Hey, he went to way more lengths than we do now.
Exactly.
We would buy a property like that and just send it immediately to our guys, and for, I don't know, what did I say, 8,000 to 10,000, I think he paid. We would sell that for 25 or 30 to wholesale to one of our guys and never even do any
and walk
maps.
away.
We'd never hit the internet. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's the business we're in. But we all started in retail like that. So what ended up happening is he wrote a letter to the 2 adjacent ranchers, and the one guy said, hell yes. Mm-hmm. I mean, where do I send you $60,000 right now? So he made $50,000.
Exactly.
Or so. And without any realtors, any of that stuff. So that's one deal. And another deal that comes to mind is from a different buyer is a property. It's a waterfront property in California, like in the Big Bear area. It's not in Big Bear. And for whatever, he did a bunch of research. He bought the property for $22,000. I think it was 40 acres or 30. And did a bunch of research and found out that there's agricultural permits in this area to grow marijuana. I don't care about marijuana.
Right.
I don't care how you feel about marijuana. Let's just say it's corn.
Right.
To grow a crop, and so that he ended up selling it, a lot. I mean, it was like expensive, $120,000 or so.
That's funny how much that keeps popping up in our world, by the way.
What?
There's a whole thing.
What, corn?
There's a whole thing. Not corn. No, there's a whole thing. Our online community is it's called Success Plant, and right now.
Yeah.
And so basically, in our online community, there's a lot of things that we talk about, and it's funny how this whole marijuana thing keeps popping up. Apparently, I guess it's now a thing. I guess it's tied to vacant land. Yeah. Somehow, and especially in some states,
specific counties too.
And counties where it's apparently they welcome it. I mean, because gosh, I'm sure there's tax money there for them, so it's great. So it's just funny how much that keeps popping up. So
right. So my whole point to this show is, if you send a bunch of offers out and you're smart about it, you're going to buy some property, and you're going to be shocked at how cheap you buy property, because you just want to sell it. So
that's perfect.
Send a bunch of offers out. Join us in another episode where Jack and Jill discuss how to use information, that's me.
And inspiration, that's me.
To get just about anything you want.
We use it every day to buy property for half of what it's worth and sell it immediately.
You are not alone in your real estate ambition. These are almost all this week.
Yeah.
Information shows.
It is.
We need a good, fun Jill show.
I know. I'm just kidding. No, yeah, thank you. Aren't I fun anyway?
Oh, you're a blast.
Oh.
I'm talking.
It is pretty technical stuff.
Talking more than I usually do.
Oh,
and it's cool.
Okay, got it. You know what I keep doing? I'm sitting in this room with microphones now everywhere. So I'm like, I kind of don't know where to look and what to talk to.
I know me. There's like so many buttons in here. Like, do you ever see in the movies where, there's a flashing button and the smart guy in the room says, do not press that button. That is
oh, yeah.
But then it's just like, then
it's
you start
a red button and there's a case on it.
Look at, there's buttons everywhere. Down here you can't see them, but I want to push them all.
Exactly.
Like the roof might make the roof come off.
Exactly. Like we're gonna blast out of our eject.
Yeah, right.
You guys are an eject? That's the only thing I don't see here.
I need an ejection button.
Yeah.
We all need an ejection button. I really need to get out of this situation now.
Yes.
Girls need an ejection button.
We talk about reset. I just want a reset button. You want to eject? I want to do it all over again. I could use it today actually. Reset.
Information and inspiration to buy undervalued property.
We are Jack and Jill, and this was the Cash Flow from Land Show.
We are the experts at acquiring property
of all kinds, not just land,
for half price, just so we can flip it for way more.
And really fast. Thanks for listening. You are not alone in your real estate ambition.